Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is time for our first How Cheap Is It video since the new ban list came out. I told you I had some decks that I wanted to do this series on once we knew what the ban list was, and considering Imperial is considered by some to be the best deck in the format right now, I figured that this would be a pretty good opportunity to showcase just how expensive or how cheap this deck is, depending on your interpretation. Is the power worth the price? We're going to find out in today's video. So if you guys enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe, turn notification on the Smash Potatoes. That way you know when all these Digimon videos go live. And once more, just a friendly reminder, I will be at Niagara Falls Regional, as it is in Canada, eh? And I'll be there. I'll be there partying away when I'm not playing card games, and it's going to be a good, fun time in Niagara Falls. So if you're interested in meeting up, hanging out, whatever, let me know, and we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure we're hitting the town. There might be some casino in there. There might be some Clifton Hills, some dinosaur mini golf. You know, if you guys know the dinosaur mini golf, then you know the dinosaur mini golf. That's gonna be a good time. So yeah, look forward to some fun outside Niagara Falls if you're going. If you're not going, I feel bad for you because you're missing out. You really are. All right, let's go ahead and get started here with our eggs. You can insert your Demi Vmon for choice. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna call it the shipping here. All these Imperial cards have like $1.27 shipping, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So I'm gonna uptick and say 50 cents per, and assuming you buy 4 from the same list or whatever, you're probably paying $2 for a playset of whatever egg you want. Fine. Let's go talk about the Vmons that are in roughly the same place here. Another $1.27 for shipping. I don't know if that's like intentional or not, because I don't know how TCG Player works in the sense of shipping and whatever, because I'm in Canada and I have no idea. So once again, we'll call BT12 Vmon 50 cents per, and you obviously need 4 of this one. There is no way around it, unfortunately. That's not what I wanted. That's better. Okay, cool. Next, we have the promo Vmon. This one is in the same boat. It's always $1.27 shipping. I don't know why that is. If someone could tell me why that is, let me know in the comments. I honestly have no idea. But we're just going to go the same thing here. You do want 4 of this one always. Lastly is a Vmon you may not want 4 copies of, but you might want to. I've seen some people play 0, and 0 is okay for some people. Whatever, that's fine. We'll go ahead and call it 50 cents per Vmon, but you're only going to buy yourself 2. And again, just a friendly reminder that I'm not doing a deck list per se. I'm doing a whole bunch of cards that you can buy. Like at the end of this, there might be 60, 70 cards on the list to buy. And that's intentional. You buy the cards, you play some games, you figure out, oh, maybe I don't want these ones, but good thing I bought these cards to try, or whatever. You know what I mean? That way you have all your options available to you. Yeah, so this is fine. Wormmon. I was actually surprised and shocked to see that Wormmon is so much money. Considering that I got a listing here for free shipping over $5, I don't know, there's only one here. If you look at the shipping here, it is kind of messy. You know, $1.27 again. Am I getting trolled? Like, this is crazy to me. I don't know what this is all about. But anyway, this appears to be a $2 uncommon, honestly. So we'll call $2 uncommon, and we'll leave it at that. Yep, it's a little more money than the Vmon. This Wormmon is one that some people do play. Am I really, like, is everything $1.27 here today? I don't anyway. Yeah, kind of, you know, you don't really play this one. You can if you want. Again, you'd play 2 copies of it if you want to play 2 copies of it, and if you don't, then, you know, whatever. You probably won't play it. So I'll leave that there with the whole 2 copies, $1 for your 2 copies. All right, we're moving on to champions. Stingmon from the Imperial deck. You want to buy 4 copies of it. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be pretty much the same theory. Hello. It's going to be pretty much the same theory that you want 4 of this because you might like drawing cards. I hear drawing cards is actually a really cool thing to do. I'm actually just going to take a whole block of this and put it down here, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for the next few cards. This Stingmon from BT12. This is only if you DNA Digivolve, gain a memory. Piercing and Heritable is cool, but it is really there because of the gain of memory thing. Gaining memory is really nice, so that's... Well, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here, assuming we buy 4 of it. And then we have XVmon cards. EX1 XVmon is your jamming and Heritable, always is jamming by itself. That's pretty cool. I have seen people who cut this card to 2 copies, but it's very cheap. Whatever, just buy your 4 copies and deal with it. XVmon BT12 here, pretty much in the same boat. Gain memory, DNA Digivolve, and gain jamming. It's basically the better Vmon. It's the better XVmon, because you're like always DNA Digivolving, right? So this XVmon is just better, unless you want that cheeky 1 damage swing with the EX1 XVmon, which is whatever you want to do. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. And finally, for the champions, some people play this Magnumon because it's good against certain meta matchups. It's also really cool against the mirror match. So people have been teching this card into their decks. Now, you do have some cheaper listings here, so you should always shop around. But I'm going to give the whole average here and say, you know, maybe with shipping, we'll call it $2 and $2 per. And I personally would not play any more than 2 copies of it. If you wanted to play more than 2 copies of it, then have fun. Go for it. I would not, though. I definitely would not consider doing that. Just because it's not really a part of your theme, per se. It's meant to be like a security card that comes up, but when you evolve, maybe you strip some stuff and bounce some stuff. And if you have an XVmon on the field and this is in security, then you're just golden and you probably win the game. So, you know, 2 copies of it, situational. I think that's reasonable. All right, now we start talking about money. Money. We have BT16 Imperialdramon here. And I can't joke with you. It's an expensive card. And you need 4 copies of it. That's where the majority of your budget's going to go into. You have no choice. You don't play Imperial if you don't have 4 copies of this card. You can't get away with it otherwise. This Imperialdramon, some people want to play 2 copies of it. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's just the worst Imperialdramon. And it's basically, after shipping, a $3 rare, so that's fine. Not a big budget investment. And then some people do like the Dinobemon from BT12 because of its DNA Digivolution effect, as well as elite security cards. Not a bad Dino B, honestly. It is some people's backup ultimate of choice. So we'll just, you know, call 50 cents and 2, just like that. Fair enough, reasonable. All right, on to the 6s. Imperial Fighter Mode Ace is a very cheap rare. I'm going to put it in the same tier as this. And you may not play 4 copies of it. You actually might, but you might not. And that's okay. Imperial FMA? That makes sense? FMAs? That makes sense? You guys know what I'm talking about. Because this Imperial is the other one. This is Imperial DM. And it's going to be basically the same thing. Just buy your playset. It's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah. See, you're buying a lot of cards, if you think about it. But these cards are not what's going to cost you. So I think it's okay. And then this fighter mode. I like this fighter mode as a tech option in a post-ban list world where everyone's going to be playing more Imperial. I still wouldn't play more than 2 copies of it. But, you know, it's a super rare. It's $2.50 with shipping is like $3, whatever. Maybe a little bit more than that, actually. We'll call it $3.50 just to be generous, I guess. That way you're not super surprised on the price. 2 copies of it, maybe for the mirror match you consider or whatever else. Otherwise, you can skip it entirely if you really want to. Finally is Imperialdramon PM Ace, which is what we're going to call this card. We all know what it is. It's a cool card. It's good against certain matchups, bad against other matchups. And as you can see here... Oh, no shipping option. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, 10.45, whatever. 10.50 per. And I would say you're not playing any more than 2 copies of this card. I think doing more than that is insane. So, yeah, there you go. There's your level 7. Now, lastly, we have Tamers and we have options. So, some people do play the BT3 Davis still, because it is a good memory tamer, and it does get you usually 2 parts. We'll call it a $4 rare with, at most, you're playing 2 copies. At most, you're playing 2 copies. This is your really good tamer. This is your Davis and Ken, the one that everyone wants at 1, if you don't like Imperial. Because this is the card that really puts in the gas for the deck. And it's $1 plus shipping, basically. So, BT16 Davis and Ken will be, that's fine. Whatever. Sounds good. And then BT17 Davis and Ken is nowhere near as popular. Did I write Kevin? That's crazy. Shout out to Davis and Kevin. Holy moly. Anyway, yeah, you might play a copy of this or 2, maybe. So I won't do anything else for you. And lastly is Return of to the Primogenitor. This card is just bananas. And I have seen people dabble with 4. So for the sake of putting it on the list, we will put it at 4. You might consider playing a Hammer Spark because it's at 1, an Ice Wall because it's at 1, or maybe some kind of removal option like a Rattlestar or Megadeth or whatever. And if you want those, you can throw those in. It will barely bump you up in price. And basically what you're looking at is for low rarity Imperialdramon, you're paying $200. I think that $200 for a tier 1 deck is perfectly fair. Like, I think that that's just reasonable. Compared to every other card game, Pokemon might be a little bit cheaper nowadays, but like compared to One Piece or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Lorcana, this is pretty good. This is pretty decent for a tier 1 deck. And yes, the majority of your budget comes here, but that's just whatever. And if you do want to go the max rarity route, if you really, really do, well, let me give you an idea of what you're looking at here. Imperialdramon's here. If you want to play any of the old one, that's good. That's your price. Your one that you need 4 of, they're $75 each. So that's already $300 by itself. Let's take a look at some max rarity Imperialdramon pieces. Oh, look! $700 for a lottery freaking Paladin Mode Ace. And $349 for a lottery Fighter Mode Ace. And $154 for Dragon Mode Alternate Art lottery card. It's a lot of lottery cards. It will add up. You're going to be spending thousands of dollars on a max rarity version of this deck. You just will. Other price cards too, like the XVmon and whatever, you know. This deck at max rarity would cost you a pretty penny. It would. So, hope that helps. And what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think this is healthy or not healthy. And that's it. No more videos for the rest of the weekend because I'm going to be out of here for Labor Day weekend. You guys enjoy your long weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye!